He's and she's and everything in between. Welcome to Cox and Stocks, baby!
Happy birthday, Shady!
Ba-da-da-dum. Perfect intro right there.
It is. It's very fitting.
I am once again joined by my co-host on my left side. My left side according to Discord. Jake Bowler. Jake, how we doing today, sir?
Good week for me. Good week for me.
Hey, it was. Congrats. You had a buy in fantasy, but you had some great picks this week, I must say. Very nice.
Thank God I had a buy in fantasy because I have Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen, and they did not look good against the Panthers.
Oof. I'm joined to my immediate left, Matt Vale. Matt, how are we doing today, pal? Yeah, Matt.
Not a great week, but it's on the up and up. Still in the lead. That's all that matters. We got time.
There is time. But right now it is time to recap last week. Let me tilt my screen up, actually. That'll help a lot, actually. I didn't even think of doing that. With these fancy new monitors, I can tilt it up right towards me. Okay. Thursday night football was kind of an ugly game between the Broncos and Chiefs, but the Chiefs get it done, and they cover a game? What? Oh, my God.
Wow.
Well, at least we all took them. Ravens and Titans.
Barely covered it by half a point.
Half a point. Hey, as they say, though, good teams win, great teams cover.
Great quarterbacks cover. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, quarterbacks. Oh, it's a
team
quarterback
game.
now.
Coaches.
Coaches cover.
Oh, we'll get into coaches and players, I'm sure. I can already tell. The Ravens at the Titans in London turned out to be actually a bit of a game, a little bit. Players were out there playing football on a bed of concrete, it sounds like. They hate that turf out there, but the Ravens get it done and they cover. Check. We're all 2 for 2 so far. The Niners.
Speaking of bed of concrete, they lost another injury on that hard turf. You know, something to look into.
Von Miller said him and all his teammates hate it. The 49ers at the Browns. We'll get into what's a bigger upset between this game and another game coming up. But the Browns pull it out and get the outright win over the dominant 49ers. I forget the score of that game, but it was 17 to 14 or something? It was low.
No, 17,
no, it was 17-19, I think.
19, yeah, that's it.
Because they could have won off of a field goal, but they missed it.
Hey, should have won.
Right.
What did you say? Should have won.
Should have won. Didn't win, though. Wasn't in the cards.
Hey, the overhit, though. Yes, sir. Overhit.
It did. Yep. I made $8 on that or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
Commanders at Falcons. We all took the Falcons, and the Commanders put a fucking mollywhopping on the Falcons, I think. Would they win 40-20 or something like that?
It was bad. No, it was like 31-24.
I don't remember. I don't have last week's things up here. I'll pull it up later. But
31-24.
Panthers at Dolphins. Dolphins, that might be the 40-20 game I'm thinking of.
It was, yeah.
You guys.
To be fair, though, they almost had a backdoor cover in that game. Mike White throws a pick six with 2 minutes remaining, or 3 minutes remaining, and yet Miami gets the ball back because Carolina goes for an onside kick. They don't get it, and then Miami ends up scoring to cover. So we love to see it.
The Commanders game was 24-16. You guys bet on Justin Fields. As the biggest Justin Fields stan that you guys know, I told you it was a bad idea, and you didn't listen. We all took the Jags. Colts never win in Jacksonville, and now it looks like AR5 is out for the season.
Yep.
My boy, the greatest quarterback of all time. I'm a day one Texans fan. C.J. Stroud gets it done against C.J. Stroud gets it done against the Saints. I told you not to pick the Hawks, and you guys didn't listen to me again. So the Bengals cover there. They should have, but they didn't. Hey, it's not about winning. It's about covering the spread.
Well, they should have covered too. So.
Well, shoulda and coulda.
Kick a field goal, Pete Carroll. See, that's Pete Carroll. Like, we'll get into it, but that's Pete Carroll. That's not Geno.
Got to make Russ the MVP. Don't hand it off. We all took the Raiders over the Patriots. We all took the Lions over the Bucks. We all took the Rams over the Cards. Jake, with maybe the upset of the weekend, takes the Jets over the Eagles.
I was saying, dude, I was like, I'm just feeling something in the air. We'll get to the Jets, dude. But
we'll get there.
Listen, Zach is He's turning into something.
He's not bad.
Sunday
He
night.
should have beat. He should real quick. He should have beat Mahomes. He
Yep.
beat Jalen Hurts, and then
Yep.
he did beat
Josh Allen.
Josh
Game-
Allen, yeah.
Game manager is what they're calling him. Be a game manager. Speaking of
He throws
Josh
for less
Allen.
than 120 yards.
Speaking of Josh Allen, last
Oh,
week,
the
Jake.
Giants, not the Pan-
Last week, Jake, you said this Bills team looks unstoppable. Is there any other team better than
Yeah.
them? And then they almost lost to the Giants, and they don't cover. So we all missed that one on
I
Sunday Night
heard
Football.
a take on the Pat McAfee show. I can't remember who said it, but he said that Bills always play up to the level of their opponent, and it's starting to that kind of rings true a little bit. Yeah.
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 Bills looks absolutely. It was such a bad game.
I
was.
forget. Wasn't that a really cold game too? Like how cold? What does anybody?
It wasn't that cold.
I don't. I
think
just
so.
assume it's in Buffalo nighttime.
They're fucking shouldn't matter.
No, it shouldn't. I agree.
No.
They're in Buffalo. They're from Buffalo, man.
In the last one, Monday Night Football, Cowboys at Chargers, and I've only seen some highlights on Reddit, and unfortunately, Matt, Justin Sherbert.
I think
mean,
you got some in
excuse me,
Snapchat today.
I actually did not. I opened it and immediately closed it because I knew what it was going to be about. That's the first thing I opened at 3:30 this morning. I said, "Fuck no, I'm not ruining my day."
Staley let us down there, Matt.
Staley threw some bad picks.
Yeah,
He did.
He let us down. So
Well,
Jake gets that
pick,
one.
not it's pick.
Yeah,
not,
bad pick.
Yep.
Threw some bad missed balls.
Well, what
So-
can you do? When your running back gets knocked out before the game, you're already at a disadvantage.
I guess you can't hit those wide open guys. I know at the beginning, the running back out of the game, you just can't hit those wide open guys after the
Yeah,
running back
no, and it
leaves.
affects the whole game.
Yeah,
The whole
Jared
game
Goff
falls
did,
off.
but Justin Herbert did not.
What about that
different.
throw, that
No.
little sidearm throw?
Oh,
where
it's
he was
different.
like, oh,
Montgomery.
Montgomery
that's a good
lost.
throw.
No, Montgomery lost during the game, not pregame. There's a difference.
Yeah, but if you lose your running back and can't make wide open throws,
Right, but it's just different because
It's just different.
happens. You can make
It's just
adjustments during the game. You can't make adjustments pregame. It's just different.
you can't.
Nope.
Oh fuck! Damn, I didn't know you can't change your game plan pre-game or in the middle of the
Hot
game.
take,
That's crazy.
actually, hot take.
Hot take.
Damn,
Hot take.
that's crazy.
Let's look at the week standings. In last place, the leader
Oof.
of Cox and Stocks, Matt,
Oof.
with a losing record this week in last place at 7
Yeah.
correct picks and 8 correct or incorrect picks. Matt, 7 and 8. And a two-way tie for first this week between me and Jake at 10 and 5. Hey, good fight this week, Jake. Good fight.
Good fight.
That brings the overall for me. I'm still in last at 42, 50, and 1. Jake is in second at 47, 45, and 1. And Matt is in first at 49, 43, and 1.
I'm over 50%. I'm happy about
What am
that.
I?
49, 43, and 1.
Okay, 49. And then Jake's at 46?
4-7.
47, okay.
Yep, so he
Yeah,
caught
that
up
makes
to
sense.
you.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
behind you by 2 games now. I'm behind Jake by 5 and you 7. So I did a little work this week. Did a little work.
You did. You did put it in work then. You went to the gym.
I
Showing
sure
the games.
did. I actually didn't, but
Hey, we see the games. We see the results.
football knowledge.
Yep.
First game here, Thursday night football game, a real coin flip if you ask me. I have no idea really. I still can't figure out either of these teams. But
Jeez,
Trevor
yeah.
Lawrence, who had a high ankle sprain, I think is what it was, against the Saints, or the Jags are at the Saints, minus 1.5. Is Trevor Lawrence playing, Matt?
I didn't hear ankle. I heard knee.
Or was it knee? There was some injury he had like in the game.
It's knee. Knee.
Okay, his knee.
I'm
Like,
looking at that.
anybody
No,
out this
hold on.
game?
I want confirmation. I want getting confirmation.
Because I know like they were showing the highlight on Sports
Yes,
Center.
knee. Yes, knee.
But like is
Okay, right now he's questionable with the knee injury. They're not giving the details of said knee injury. But when he injured it against the Colts, he did not finish the game. Actually, they brought the backup in for the last series.
yeah.
Who's your backup?
Oh fuck, dude! I honestly don't even know.
Some no-namer.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can see here.
CJ Beathard from Iowa. Actually, he's a 4-year pro, I believe. He
Okay.
was drafted by the 49ers, and now he's with the Jaguars. CJ Beathard, or whatever his name.
No idea who that is. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
he
honest,
is
gents. I have no idea which way to go on this game right
What's
now.
the spread?
This feels like a
Minus 1.5 for the Saints.
Okay.
It feels like you're supposed to pick the Jaguars here, which makes me want to go with the Saints. Because I watched the Saints highlights against the Texans, and
could've won
they
that
lost, but like they looked okay.
They did.
You know, Kamara looked really good.
Saints have a good defense. They got me a lot of points on fantasy.
Yeah. It just, unfortunately, Derek Carr is playing like old Derek Carr. He's not exciting at all.
Like, get that coach out of there. Or wait, no, Derek Carr this time. Derek Carr.
Yeah, this is Derek Carr. Yep, this is Derek Carr.
I kind of want to pick the Saints here. I don't really know much about these teams.
I'll go first since I have the Saints defense here on my fantasy team. I've said it a few times now. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is this generational, unbelievable talent like everybody was saying he was coming out of college. Yeah, he plays for Jacksonville, which is like historically a kind of iffy franchise. But like from when I watch their highlights in games, like there's nothing that makes me go, oh yeah, like there's potential there or there's something there. And
last year there was.
Even this year he has moments. I disagree with that, Ryan. Actually.
I mean, that's just look. That's just me, and I like that Saints defense. I like that dude Cam Jordan. He has a funny little Caesars commercial.
He does actually.
So I'm gonna roll with my fantasy team defense here, and I'm gonna take the Saints at home at -1.5 on Thursday Night Football.
Jake, what say you?
I kind of want to take the Saints here too. It just feels like. It just feels like you're supposed to pick the Jaguars as underdogs, you know.
Saints are also so Jaguars are leading their division and they're 4-2. Saints are 3-3. So if they win this game, they will be leading their division. So maybe a little extra motivation there.
Potentially, yep.
Let's look at what the money is for this game. 64% of the money is on Jacksonville.
Yeah, and Pro Football Focus has the Jacksonville at a 57% chance of winning, which is significant in the NFL.
Different teams, whatever, these teams have only played each other 4 times in total. The Saints have won every single time.
That means nothing.
I know it does. I'm just saying. Saints are 3-6. Yep. Saints are 3-6-1 over their last 10 covering. Jags are 7-3.
Damn. I'm going to go with the Saints. I just want to know more about this team law injury, per se, or status, if you will. I think he will play. I'd hope we get some more information prior to kickoff, though. And then with that, so against the past 3 games, we'll go with that small sample size, T-Hut Law has looked good. Like, him and Travis Etienne, his roommate in college, now his running mate in Jacksonville, like, explosive.
Boom.
But the thing is, the thing that maybe worries me about Jacksonville a little bit, so they put up 37 points against the Colts, which is a fuck ton of points in the NFL. However, they only managed 260 yards of total offense. That's awful. Like, that's piss poor offense, like total yards. So that confuses me. I don't know if their record says they're better than they are. I know they beat the Bills, which, again, Bills probably should have won that game as well.
Sorry, I was taking off my sweatshirt.
You're good. I'm going to go with the Saints. I just don't love it because our offense is so boring to me. Their defense keeps them in games, and they will continue to keep them in games. I just think, for whatever reason, Derek Carr is not panning out how they thought they would, at least not initially.
Another stat that's up here, so far this year, Jacksonville has covered 4 out of the 6 games they've played. New Orleans has only covered 1 time.
Ooh.
So could this be you see this being a 1-point game, maybe?
Maybe. Well, and the one game they covered was against the Patriots when they whacked them like 31-0.
Jake, how you feeling? You sticking with the Saints, it sounds like?
Yeah, I'd probably stick with the Saints even with T-Law was playing. It just feels like it's a weird line to me. It almost feels like it should be a pick'em rather than a -1.5.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So -1.5 for the Saints. That means they're really favoring the Jags here since the home team is given 3 points. They're giving 1.5 to the Jags.
Yep.
Okay, we all like the Saints. Next game, a division game here. The Commanders at the New York Football Giants.
Jesus.
+2 for the Giants. This is a rough one. I'm not gonna lie. Both these teams are actually, the Giants are not a good team. They seem like Brian Dabble, the way he's freaking out on the sideline, it seems like he has no idea what the play call is going to be, like what anything is going on. And that really showed to me with that going into the half, and Tyrod ran that RPO, and he was like, what the fuck are you, what is that? Blah, blah, blah. He was cussing out Tyrod, cussing out the OC, the quarterback coach. They missed the points. Then they, maybe there's a little jersey tug at the end of the game there. They should have got one more play, but would they have gotten it? There's nothing that really impressed me from the Giants at all. The Commanders at least have they're 500 on the year at 3-3.
Yeah.
And division rival, is Danny Dimes playing? He didn't play last week.
No, he's questionable. He says, and I quote, he feels a lot better right now than he did last week.
Okay.
So
let's see their head-to-head since they play against each other twice. So the Giants have the head-to-head. What the hell is that? The Giants in the last 10 have won 3 of them. I like the Commanders here, though, so I'm going to go with the Commies just because I think the Giants are... I don't know how when all these power rankings come out, they're not the last team on there. And they're still ranked higher than some of these. Like, I still see them ranked higher than Arizona, and it blows my mind that that's a thing. So I'm taking the Commanders just because I think the Giants look like dog shit.
I'm going to tail you, but for the opposite reason. I think Sam Howell. I like Sam Howell. Again, he's a little bit. I think a good comparison right now to him in his young career is Brett Favre. He's a gunslinger. He does not give a fuck if he throws picks or if he does double coverage. He's like, no. He's my guy. I trust him. I'm gonna throw it. Obviously, that's super risky. It's been paying off though. They won 3 games. I didn't expect them to have 3 wins. With 6 games in, I didn't expect that. Ron Rivera is holding that team back. I still believe that wholeheartedly. That defensive line is still outstanding. They have 4 first-round picks on that defensive line. They have talent on that defense. They need to get the run game more involved than it has been with Gibson and their pass catcher. Just surprised they haven't done so already. But kind of like you said, Ryan, I see no reason why to trust the Giants, even with Danny Dimes back. I know it was a close game against the Bills, but I think that's more of an outlier than anything else, honestly.
I think I'm going to choose the Giants here. And last game was like, you cannot blame Brian Dable for what happened last game.
Oh, no, not
at all.
No, I agree.
No,
The fact that he's got an offensive coordinator, obviously he's going to... He looked at the quarterback coach or the or OC, whoever that was on the line, like, what the fuck was that? As in, like, not that he didn't know what was going on, but, like, why the fuck did they run it there? That was on Tyrod. That's a complete fucking rookie-ass mistake, and the Giants should have won that game.
It's a rookie mistake by a veteran, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is not on Brian Dable at all.
The only thing you can blame Brian Dable is not kicking a field goal, though. You don't have to go for it. You don't have to go for a run.
You had 14 seconds and 3 downs.
Was
you
it 3
absolutely
downs?
do. Yeah, it was 1st and goal.
Yeah, I thought it was 2 downs. That's why.
No, you had 3
Either way,
plays
you'd have another chance. You'd have if it was 2nd down, you'd have theoretically 3 more downs.
Yeah, no, you don't run the ball at all there. Tyrod checked out of that. You have 3 play action boots at the minimum, 2 play action boots to do. And that's obviously most likely what the play call was with some kind of run option attached to it. But no, yeah, the Giants should have won that game, and if they would have scored a touchdown there, I don't have a doubt that they would have won that game. Their defense played fucking amazing,
They did.
and that was Josh Allen and not playing well, but Saquon looked good. I just think if they play a controlled, slow game, and just even with Danny Dimes or Ty, I mean, they almost did it with fucking Tyrod, dude. Shit, like what the? That's pretty good.
So you think if Danny Dimes was in, he would have gotten it done?
I don't possibly. They're like on the same tier as, but they both suck ass. Like I don't know. For some reason, Danny Dimes looked really good in the
That's Ryan's
second.
Super Bowl pick right there.
I know. That's a bad pick.
But yeah, give me the Giants here. A home game. They need a fucking big win here after last week's kind of morale killer of not winning against the Bills. And I'm sure their practices were like, look, we can beat these teams. We can't make stupid mistakes like running the ball with 0 timeouts left or checking out into a run with 0 timeouts left. That's
silly.
And like people were complaining, like, dude, they laid on Saquon Barkley for like 5 extra seconds. No fucking shit, they're gonna do that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
100%.
They're gonna flop a little bit on top of Saquon. So yes, absolutely.
If it's within the rules, it's not like they're not allowing him to get up, because then also that's a delay of game.
Right.
I get
they're
that.
gonna fucking push him down a little bit and keep him on the ground for an extra second or two for sure. So yeah, give me the Giants here. The Commanders, I'm not dissing the Commanders either here. I do like Sam Howell, what I've seen from him.
Yeah.
But these teams are like almost equal to me. Like they're both like just not, obviously they're not playoff contenders or anything like that. I think they're right there with, probably a 500 season, both these teams.
Wow.
I mean, if you admit, I'll say, if Giants get to 500 after the start they've had this year, that'll be impressive.
That would be impressive, yeah. They already have 5
What are
losses.
they, like 1-5?
1-5, yeah.
I don't know what their schedule looks like, to be honest.
I mean, we'll go through it the whole year. We'll find
True.
out.
Next game, Matt, we're going to start off with you here, pal. The Browns with maybe the upset of the weekend over the 49ers, and the Browns are at the Colts. Maybe no AR, probably not. He's probably done for the season. And the Browns are only -2.5?
Yeah.
Browns -2.5 at the Colts. How do you feel about that, Matt?
Eesh.
Well, I'm not going to overthink this. I'm going to go with the Brownies. Their defense is elite. We've known that they're elite. That whole defense might make an all-pro team. And I'm not just embellishing that Browns defense. Their line, to the linebackers, to their defense backs and safeties, all are eligible for all-pro this year, or recognition at bare minimum.
They have not allowed a game yet where an offense has gotten more than 200 yards.
Yeah, that's
only
impressive.
Like 5 other teams have done that through like 6 weeks so far.
Yeah, impressive doesn't begin to say how dominant they've been. And that's without Myles Garrett, going off like he typically will. I could see this being a game where Myles Garrett has 2 sacks, a strip fumble. Easily, I could see that. And apparently it doesn't matter who the running back is, because that offensive line is still going to chug. Keep the train moving, keep the chains moving. I think Deshaun Watson will play. I have a feeling he will play this week. And Colts, they're going to have a lot of growing pains this year. So losing at home to the Brownies is just going to be one of them.
Jake, how do you
Also, I'm just going to say now real quick, so it's on me. I was honestly frustrated in the Colts game versus the Jaguars. They did not run the ball enough. I don't know if they've learned their lesson. Probably not. So they're going to have Gardner Minshew throw the times 50 times a game. And last time I checked, that is not a recipe for success. I'd love to find the stat. When's the last time a team won with a quarterback throwing 55 passes a game? I'd love to know it. I don't know it. That one I don't have the answer to, but I'd love to know what is the record of teams when the quarterback throws the ball 55 fucking times in the game.
If I had to guess, it's not high. That win percentage is not high.
No, it can't be. No. So,
Jake, how do you feel about this game?
Yeah, I really, really kind of wish AR didn't get injured, because it's always fun to see like one guy come in, just kind of change an organization.
yeah, love AR.
But yeah, I mean, you gotta take the Browns here to cover a field. Like, they can beat the Colts by a field goal. I don't see the Colts defense putting up some kind of crazy game here.
I mean, Colts defense.
Even with JT, if they hand it off to JT, if they give him 20 touches or whatever, I still don't think it's going to be enough.
Well, Colts are 19-1 when Jonathan Taylor gets over 20 carries for the record.
Damn.
So
how many carries did he get last year? Last game. Last game.
I think he had 10. What? I mean, he's working.
No, I'm just laughing because it's so stupid. Like, why would they give the guy 10 touches?
But they also gave him 5 catches, and he had like 60 yards receiving.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I like the Browns here as well. I think it's hard to not take them in this one.
Yeah.
And I, if anybody can make an argument, Matt, can you make an argument why we should take the Colts at +2.5? Why is that line so low?
Yeah, I will say. So Colts defensive line is respectable. Their linebackers are legit. So I think they might have the best linebacking core or tandem in the NFL with Shaq Leonard, Zaire Franklin, who leads the NFL in tackles 2 years in a row right now, and then EJ Speed. That'd be the only reason. And then obviously Michael Pittman is a dog. And come on, Gardner, man, he's that dude that just keeps you in games. Uncle Rico, exactly. That somehow, some way, this would be the game where Colts win at home because it's the home game. So that'd be the argument I'd have to make.
Okay.
Oh, and because like Jake said, you feed the ball 20 times to JT, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
There's your argument.
Okay. Well, it didn't convince me. I'm still going with the Browns.
Well, I'll take the Colts on that then. I'll take the Colts on that.
Oh, really?
You will?
Yeah, fuck it, why not? I'll take the Colts.
Oh, for funsies. He's switching to the Colts. He's switching to the Colts.
If they hand it off to JT, I don't see why they can't win.
I agree.
The Cleveland's got a great defense, and if the Colts defense can hold up against fucking Deshaun Watson, and I don't even know who the fuck their wide receivers are or tight ends. Like,
Amari Cooper, David Njoku.
Yeah, I mean those guys aren't like tier 1.
Yeah, I agree. Look, I'd love for the Colts to win, even if you get a game up on me on this. I just unfortunately
lose by 2. I can see him losing by 2.
The unfortunate thing right now, Shane Steichen is making the same mistake Frank Wright made, where he is so throw happy or pass happy that he forgets he has a fucking all-pro running back. He has a generational running back. No.
Shouldn't have paid him.
No, we should have paid him. Again, see, coach's fault, not QB fault. Like, there's one game last year, Frank Reich literally said he forgot he had Jonathan Taylor. There's a reason he got fired. Inexcusable. Like, you want to talk about checking out a pass play to run the ball with 5 seconds remaining? Fuck that. No, run the ball to Jonathan Taylor. So, sorry, okay. I'm good now.
Here's a game between two teams right here. One team on paper you think would be fun to watch, but they're so bad, and the other team is so bad it's fun to watch. The Raiders at the Bears, +3 for the Bears.
Is Jimmy G playing?
I'm looking.
Don't know.
Hold on, I'm checking injuries.
We're getting breaking news on if Jimmy G is playing or not.
And Justin Fields, I'm checking both.
That's true. He dislocated his thumb.
Okay, breaking news. This was just released. Jimmy G will undergo more tests to determine the severity of the back injury.
Oh.
Okay.
And then Justin Fields, I'm checking. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's not off. Oh, okay, so he's doubtful this week. He dislocated his right thumb, his throwing hand, against the Vikings, so he's likely out.
Who are the backups?
A rookie. So I know the backup for both teams. Brian Hoyer is the backup versus the Patriots, and he got a dub. And the Chicago Bear backup is a first Division III QB, like to make a roster, opening day roster. He's a Division III player. He was the player of the year in Division III football. His name is Baggett. Baggett, I believe.
Baggett.
You know?
Wow.
What school did he go to that was Division III?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Let me look it up now. Hold on.
Fucking Southern Arizona.
Okay, his name is Tyson Baggett.
Baggett.
He went to Shepherd Shepherd.
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 Yep. Not
Wow.
not Shepherd University. Not University of Shepherd.
Just Shepherd.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, so we got two backups playing each other most likely.
Well, yes. I would assume it is a battle of the backups. B or B, I would call it. B or B.
I'll take the Raiders here. Give me Max Crosby to fucking crack Baggett across the side of the head a few times this game.
Yeah, I'm a tail Jake on this one. Not going to overthink it. Yeah.
I'm not going to overthink it either. I mean, I'm taking the Raiders also. Even without Justin Fields, I think that Bears team is just kind of lost in the sauce.
Yep. Matt Eberflus not doing well. I think it's interesting though. So during the Raiders game last week, 2 days ago, Mike McDaniels or Mike, what's the coach's name for the Raiders?
Josh Daniels.
Josh Daniels, thank you. Was cursing the fuck out of Brian Hoyer because he missed a read where Devontae Adams was wide the fuck open, and he just laid him a new one, like ripped him a new one, wouldn't stop.
Oh.
And then honestly, Devontae wasn't happy either because he's a dog.
Next game, we have a division game again. The Bills at maybe the worst team in the league. What? Is it possible? Say it ain't so.
Yeah.
The New England Patriots at home. The Patriots are plus 8.5 point dogs at home. Jake, the biggest Josh Allen stan I know. How you feel about the Bills at the Patriots?
I still don't know where that came from.
The biggest Josh Allen stan, the biggest Stephon Diggs stan. He's the number one wide receiver for multiple teams if he could be. If he went to that team, he's instantly the starter. How do you feel about this game right here? We were just talking before this that the Bills play down to their opponent, but in a division game, how do you play down to Bill Belichick?
Well, if you play the same way they played against the Giants, about what it's going to look like. But this might be opposite of what you guys do. I'm not sure, but I'll take the Patriots here. Yeah, they look like trash, and Mac Jones is horrible, and fucking their whole team just looks like the fucking hot dog water. But I'll take the Patriots here. Divisional game with Bill Belichick. You know for a fact he knows Josh Allen. He knows their fucking team. Their defense is usually good.
Yeah.
I really don't see the Bills winning by more than a touchdown here. And, it could be close. Is Von Miller playing?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The Bills have such a weird fucking, blowout teams fucking win them at the last second. So I'll just pick the Patriots here. And I'm not even just doing that just because of purely last game. I mean, that does a contributing factor.
It's the last few games for the Bills.
Yeah.
Is the Patriots' only hope if they don't have Mac Jones throw the football? Because these teams...
doesn't matter who their quarterback is.
These teams have played each other over the last 5 games. The Bills have won 4 of them. The Patriots won 1 of them. And that one game that they lost, or the Patriots won, was when they had Mac Jones throw the ball only 3 times in a game.
Oh, that's a super windy game or whatever.
Yeah, the 40-mile-per-hour wind game. Yep.
And you say you don't think the Bills can win by a touchdown. The last 4 games, and these teams, again, somewhat different teams, but Bill knows this team since rivals and all that. Bills have covered by more than 7 in all of those last 4 games.
Oh.
I honestly wouldn't expect that.
Yeah, most of them look like double-digit covers, actually.
Unfortunately, Jake kind of just talked me into the Patriots.
Oh.
Hold on. Don't be typing that yet, Ryan.
Okay, well, I'm going to put in myself now for the Bills to put the pressure on you. I'm taking the Bills minus 8.5.
You're so far behind, though. The pressure don't matter.
That's true. Make a case for the Bills for me.
Me? Okay,
You just did. The last 4 games.
Last 4 games, the Patriots are dog water, like Jake said.
No, it's not dog water.
The Patriots are dog water. The Bills are rolling. Yeah, they had an ugly game against the Giants. That's just a fluke like we were talking about earlier. But What did we say 2 weeks ago? Josh Allen and the Bills look like one of the best teams in the NFL. Obviously, they want to go to New England and stomp Bills' ass, get him out of there, get him fired as GM. Yeah, this is the Bills, an easy pick. And they're playing for Harris. What's his name?
Damian Harris. Yeah.
So a little game, go out there, a little rah-rah. We got to play for our boy.
I kind of want to go with the Patriots.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Give me some stuff. Why?
Yeah. Well, the past 2 weeks for sure. I'll go back the whole season. Aside from the Miami game, where they were just outright dominant for 60 minutes, they show flashes of bad football for long stretches of games. And they lost Matt Milano in London for the year with his tibia fracture, his lower leg fracture. He was the heart and soul of that defense. Mac Jones is not a good QB. I'm not going to make an argument for him. I just think more so that defense of the Patriots will keep them in it respectively within 9.
Okay.
Because it's 8.5. You said correct?
8.5. Yep.
Yeah.
Let me. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. And Stephon Diggs is a top 3 receiver right now. He's top 3 in yards and receptions.
Oh, don't let Jake hear that.
I think he will have a game. Hey, why? That's his number 1 wide receiver. I think he will have a game. But at the same time, yards doesn't really mean anything if you can't score, and that's exactly what happened last week.
Okay.
So what's the difference? You had 10 catches versus the Giants. 100 yards, no tutty.
How many points do you think the Bills score in this game?
No more than 20.
No more than 20, really?
Yeah.
So how many do you think the Patriots score?
I can see 13.
13? Okay. Hey.
I'll switch my pick to the Bills, actually.
Wow.
Now, the Matt
Really?
Patriots. Yep. Gotta find some games to get on you.
Fuck you and the Bills. You can have the Patriots back.
Oh, my goodness.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
You want the Patriots then again, Ben?
Yeah, sure. Fuck
Okay.
it.
They haven't scored more than 20 points all year in a single game. All right, next game, Falcons at Bucks, -2.5 for the Bucks. Jake, how you feel about the Georgia boys going to Tampa to take on a division rival here, -2.5?
I don't know, man. The Falcons fucking suck. Give me the fucking Baker Mayfields, dude. Ref lost last week to my team, the Lions. I need kind of a fucking rebound game here, and who better to do it against than one of the top 5 worst teams in the NFL right now?
Top 5 worst team in the NFL. Matt, do you agree with that?
No, I don't agree with that, but I do like the Bucks. I like the Bucks a lot, actually.
Oh, really? Why is that?
I think Baker will be smart enough. I think Atlanta's defense is not great. Their offense isn't good either.
You're a big fan of Desmond Ridder, right?
I don't know why that will ever get started. He doesn't look like
heard it through the grapevine.
He doesn't even look like a football player. That's the nicest thing I can say about him. He doesn't even look like a football player.
I'm
actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know who he looks like? He looks like Mark Rutherford, the actor that plays the Hulk in
Avengers.
Avengers. If you look at him, that's exactly what he looks like. He looks like a black version of Mark Rutherford.
I don't think I've actually ever seen his face.
That's the problem. You don't want to.
Oh, he's ugly.
Give me the Bucks. Just give me the Bucks alone on that. Fuck everything else.
I'm taking the Bucks as well. They need a bounce back win, and I kind of agree. I don't really think much of the Falcons. Okay, big game here. Oh yeah, wow. The Detroit Lions, arguably the best team in the NFC right now. There are 5 teams that are tied with a 5-1 record as the best record in the league, and the Lions are one of them. And they would be 6-0, but my Seahawks stopped them from getting there. And now the Lions go to the Ravens, and the Ravens, Jake, can you believe this? The Ravens are favored at -3. What?
Yep.
How?
Yeah, Montgomery's out. And I think Brian Branch is still out. It makes sense. I don't know what happened to Montgomery. I don't even know if they released their injury yet.
I can look it up.
Kyle Van Noy, a player from the Ravens, came out earlier yesterday, actually, on the Pat McAfee show, and he said the Ravens really haven't been tested this season. He thinks the Detroit Lions is the first test for this Ravens team.
Hey, Jakey.
Yeah.
Montgomery will, quote, miss some time, unquote.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jahmyr Gibbs might be back this week.
I haven't heard that yet.
We're talking this wishy-washy on him too. So we basically don't have our running back right now is Craig Reynolds.
I thought he was your receiver.
No, that's Josh Reynolds.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
-3. You got to hope that our defense keeps us in the game for this one. Now, Amon-Ra St. Brown, though, and Jared Goff had a fucking game last week. Amon-Ra was fucking catching footballs like crazy. And we have a great... Is Laporta playing?
I don't see... He's on the injury report.
Okay. We have a great passing game, which is nice. And it's going to be a lot of passing. So you got to hope that our defense keeps us in the game here.
Good running defense also.
Yeah. We got Aiden on the outside, going to be a hunting man.
Porter is not in the injury report right now.
Okay, cool.
Got to contain Lamar.
Hey, okay. This breaking news.
Okay.
Dan Campbell said Monday that Jahmyr Gibbs, quote, is trending towards playing Sunday, unquote.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't think he's that much of a game changer, though.
Wow, you were real hype with him, though, preseason.
He's a great player. We haven't used him to, I think, the effectiveness that people would like. So I don't know.
So that's your golf fault, right? Because he's a golf fan.
I don't know. I guess it's mostly Dan Campbell's fault in your guys' eyes.
Wow.
But, listen, we use Montgomery as our just full-on running back. And we use Jahmyr as our explosive kind of, he can run the ball. He can go out for like a little flat or whatever pass. But without Montgomery there, it's like we can't just like cycle him in and out like we did with Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery. So he's going to be getting a lot more reps than he's used to. He's still injured. He still might not even play. So, yeah, this lineup's actually kind of surprised. It's maybe not like 4.5 or so. I'll take the Lions, though. I'm going to stick with my team. We have a great passing game. The running game is just going to be basically non-existent. Unless Craig Reynolds just shows up and just balls out.
Matt, how do you feel about it?
I don't want to say this is a no-brainer, but based off what I watched of the Ravens game in London and against the Colts and against the Steelers, how are they favored? Is this like a trap game for the Lions that we just don't know about? I don't know. How are the Lions not favorited? I understand they have injuries. I understand that, Jake. I hear you. I also have seen the Ravens play, and it's bad football. They have the case of the drops. It's also worse than that, though. They almost let the Titans come back into that game. I don't understand why it is so close. There must be something I'm missing. I'm just so fucking confused by this. It's too good of a thing not to take. You have to go with the Lions here, realistically. 'Cause it's not even saying for them to win. Just to fucking cover.
Right. Just cover. Historically, I doubt this has anything to do with it, but these teams have only played each other 4 times, and the Ravens have won every single time.
Right, but that's the old Lions. This is the new Lions.
This is the brand new Lions.
This is the Jake Lions. Remember, before it wasn't the Jake Lions.
Yep.
We don't have a run game. That's why. I'm telling you this.
The Ravens defense, so the Lions offense is averaging 384 yards a game. The Ravens defense is only allowing 260 yards a game. Ravens always have a good defense. I'm going to go with the Ravens. I'm going to play opposite here on this one.
Wow. He wants to dig himself further in the hole, Jake.
Oh, dig myself in a hole. Dig myself in a hole.
7 games behind.
Yeah, you. Just you wait, pal. I'm taking the Ravens, though. Lamar Jackson. Hey, runs around, does a little whoop, whoop. Oh, sorry. See ya.
Hey, he's your team. He's your quarterback.
He is my quarterback. At least for my AFC side, Dirty Bird. And hey, this will be the second time this year that my Birds beat Jake's Lions.
Oh.
And finally, people will come down off of this crazy cloud like, oh my god, the Lions are the best team in the NFC. When's the last time they won a playoff game? When's the last time they went to the playoffs?
I never said they were the best team. I never said it.
I didn't say you said it, but everybody's like, oh, the Lions, they're different this time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. They may be 5-1 now, but they could still lose out.
Damn.
Steelers at Rams -3. I feel like this is so much of a nothing game right now, but I'm gonna right out of the gate say I'm taking the Rams for what I've pretty much said every single what? Yeah, I know it is. But what I've said every single week is I do not trust Kenny Pickett. Puka looks good. He didn't have. I don't think he had a great game last week or the week before.
Doesn't need to anymore.
Doesn't need to. He doesn't need to be the number one target. So they can spread. Matthew Stafford can spread the ball around between Puka and Coop. And yeah, Matthew Stafford. He can definitely throw for 275. Hey, maybe 350 if he really feels like it. And it's a home game for the Rams. I don't think they were on a bye last week. Oh, no, the Steelers were on a bye last week. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
But anyway, give me the Rams -3 at home.
Jakey?
Yeah, it feels like I don't know why the line is this small. Steelers defense is still great, but no one is good against Cooper Kupp. So I'll take the Rams here to win by a field goal.
If they win by a field goal, we'll push. So.
Yeah. That's fine.
That's fine. This is a no-brainer. I think Cooper Kupp's an elite receiver. He's so fun to watch. He's so silky smooth.
Eastern. I just had the sweatshirt on too for my boy. I took it off because I got really hot.
Oh yeah, okay. He's so fun to watch. He plays the game the right way. Doesn't really talk in the media. Doesn't go on social media. He has a hot-ass wife. He got paid. We love seeing people getting paid. Good for them.
Good for them. Yep.
He's a white boy making it in the league as a wide receiver, top 5 receiver, arguably when healthy, the top receiver.
Respect.
That is just awesome. Matthew Stafford doesn't give a fuck about the run game. He's just going to keep throwing it over and over again.
Do you think Matthew Stafford's on a little bit of a retirement tour here, Matt? Just like, hey, I still got it, motherfuckers, and I'm going to show y'all before I leave this bitch.
I think I can see him retiring next year.
Next year? How long? Yeah. How long is his contract with the Rams?
He still has 2 years. That's why.
This year and next year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it's because I'm sorry. It's through the 2025 season.
Okay, so 2 more years after this. More.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when I could see him retiring. I mean, he's always gonna be that gunslinger. Like he doesn't give a fuck about picks or if he's taking sacks. Like that's in who his dog nature is. So I don't think we can clown on him for that. Again, that's just Matthew Stafford. I still think he's a future Hall of Fame QB. So give me the Rams for everything they do. That defensive line is coming together slowly but surely. This is the 3rd home game in a row for the Rams, which is going to bite them in the ass.
I didn't know that.
Is. Yeah, Eagles, the Cardinals, now the Steelers. I think that will ultimately bite them in the ass later on in the season. However, right now,
no brainer.
Take it.
Not even a question, he says.
Nope.
I'm just pulling up the shit here again.
And you can make the argument Rams should be better than 3-3. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
They could be
Okay.
4-2. 4-2, I would say.
That is the first afternoon game, first 4 p.m. game, by the way. The next one,
Yeah.
the Arizona Scrappy Cardinals at my Seattle Seahawks. Ah! At -7.5 for the Seahawks.
What the fuck? I don't know what to do with it.
That makes me
Why so
uncomfortable.
big? Yeah.
That's big. Like,
In a special divisional game, that's big. What the actual fuck? What?
Yeah, So
So I didn't watch the game, so real quick, I know I wanted you to go first, but I want you to tell me, how did Gino look, or K9 look, against the Bengals?
K9, I think, did okay. I mean, we were playing Hunt Showdown at the same time, so I wasn't fully paying attention to it until the last
Right.
2 minutes of the game, honestly. But division game, I can't, and I haven't watched the replay or the highlights of it yet, even, so I can't. But I know their I guess was Seattle had 5 possessions in the fourth quarter apparently, and they walked away with 6 points total or something like that. I don't even know. Which just is fuck, man. How do you let that shit happen? And
Take field goals. Take the points.
Seattle, man, this team, dog, they fucking. I could, you know how people are oh yeah, the Chiefs and the Bills are great, but I'm not sure which one's gonna show up. Is it gonna be one that shits the bed, or is it gonna be one that hangs 50 points on them? I feel like I can't say that about the Hawks because 2 weeks in a row they'll hang up 30, then the next week they'll win by 3, then they'll lose by 40 or whatever, and they're just so all over the fucking place. I can't even. There's no way to I feel like you can say which Seattle team is gonna show up, and. I don't know. From what I'm seeing from the Hawks, they're playing okay, and they are technically the number 4 team in the NFC, but that's behind Detroit, the Niners, and the Eagles. And then when you immediately drop out of those 3 teams, it's okay, all you other guys are praying to, get a wild card spot after that point. And especially these Hawks, man. I don't know. I am gonna take the Hawks here just because they're my team. But I
last week. You did not take them
You did
last
last week. Yeah, you did last week.
I know I didn't last week. I knew they were gonna lose.
We have
that game.
record. We have on video proof now.
I
We have
know.
records.
I know. This game, I'm telling you, I legit don't know if they will cover this game. I couldn't even tell you it'll either be a blowout or they'll lose, or yeah, they'll.
Can you tell us the last 6 or 10 matches versus these two teams?
So the last 10 matches, the Seahawks have won 7 of the 3. They are 5-5 on covering. The last time the Cardinals won, they won in Seattle. This game is in Seattle, and the Cardinals won 23-13. That was in 2021. Dude, I don't know, because this scrappy Cardinals team is just is what's scaring me the most about it. Is that somehow they're just, even when they're down by 14, they're still fighting, going for it. Even when there's 2 minutes left in the game and they're already losing, they're still trying to freaking. And they were covering that game against the 49ers up until the last minute touchdown or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and that spread was 15.
Right, but then they got raped by the Rams.
That's what I'm saying.
For the record, though, I know scores can be telling. But if you watch that game was closer than it looked like. At halftime, it was oh, wow, this might go, to the fourth quarter. And then the Rams are the Rams, and nah, we got Cooper Kupp.
The Cardinals, from what I remember, they always usually play us pretty tough. But I'm going to go with my team, the Seahawks, in this one at -8. I don't think we have a real big, we blew those fuckers out this week win yet, besides maybe the Panthers, but that kind of came down to the fourth quarter when we really ran up the score on them.
Fuck, man, you're talking me out of the Seahawks.
Yeah, I mean, this one, I don't know, just because like, I couldn't even tell you who's injured on our team right now. I mean, I'm pretty sure DK's in, Lockett's in, Gino, our line, our line always falls apart on both sides.
Yeah,
of the ball.
the line always falls apart. How the fuck does it always happen to Seattle?
Dude, couldn't tell you. Although when we were missing, I think it was 2 weeks ago, we were missing like our starting left guard and right guard or something like that, and our line was unbelievable for Gino. So,
Yeah, against the Panthers. Yeah.
yeah.
True.
But
Yeah.
again, I mean, that's the Panthers though. It's like a bad
But
team.
to be fair, Panthers have a good defensive line though. They got Brian Burns.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know. Our defense has flashes of like, okay, it's the Legion of Boom 2.0, which they've been saying since 2014.
Right. It's not though. It's not.
No, it never will be. I don't know. I can't make an argument for the Hawks. I completely understand if you go with the Cardinals simply for a coin flip, but give me the Seahawks.
Jiggy.
I kind of want to take the Cardinals here. I do like the Cardinals team, and I know they haven't won too many games, but like they've scored some points. You know, it's like they haven't gone down without a fight at least.
Let's hit the stat. So this is the only thing that's concerning to me. They're allowing 400 yards a game.
That's a lie, especially with Seattle, who has a pretty explosive offense.
Yeah. So I don't like the spread at all. I'll go with Seattle. I said before though, I don't love it.
I'm probably gonna stick with this. I want to pick the Cardinals here, but it's not a game I'm comfortable going opposites on. I'll stick with the Seahawks.
Oh, you're gonna go Seahawks too? Okay.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable going opposite on that game.
Yeah, and actually, that's probably the best way you can sum up Seattle's offense, and it has been that way for years, is like they're explosive for like a drive, and then they'll do nothing. And then all of a sudden, it's like bomb of a pass, 56-yard touchdown, or bomb of a run, 78-yard run. And then like the next few drives, it's like handoff, punt. Or, miss pass, run, punt. Like, I don't know. I don't like it, but I'm taking the Hawks. Packers at Broncos, -1.5 for the Broncos. Or, I'm sorry, +1.5 for the Broncos.
Yeah.
Don't know what to think about this one. Jake, how about we start with you? Division rival here of yours, the Packers. How do you think the Packers fare?
Packers are coming off a bye. How do you
I
think?
really don't fucking know, man. Both these teams suck donkey dick.
Jordan Love had one good game, and then he went downhill.
Like same with Russell, basically.
Well, I mean, Russell's had more good games.
Russell's been playing decent this year, actually.
Yeah.
He hasn't been playing ass like last year.
Yeah.
It's like middle of the pack at least this year.
But their defense is horrendous. They can't stop anyone.
No.
This feels like you're supposed to take the Broncos here. I don't know. I kind of want to take the Packers, though. I kind of want to take the Packers to win this game. And just fucking... Sean Payton might just quit halfway through the season after this.
Well, he's owed $100 million guaranteed, so he ain't quitting.
Shit, if someone
I don't know. I kind of want to
me
take the
$100
Packers
million,
here.
I'd quit instantly.
Well, no,
I don't trust the Broncos at all. They do nothing right.
You think the Packers do?
I mean, at least it's not fucking Russell Wilson behind the fucking center.
They played bad against the Chiefs. I'll give you that one.
People are starting to dog on Wilson again. Marshawn Lynch was just on Shannon Sharp's podcast. I listened to that on my drive to and from work today, by the way. People are hopping on that train once again, being like, what the fuck, Russ? Marshawn's the guy. Like, why'd you fuck this up? Like, we'll get him next time.
Yep.
I just don't trust Russell, man. He's fucking, like, I don't know. I don't trust Russell. I really don't. Let's take the Packers, dude. Fuck it. Jordan Love's not like fucking godsend either. Don't get me wrong, but like these teams have nothing going for them whatsoever. So I take the Packers to win it. I guess.
Like Russell has 12 TDs and only 4 picks and 1,300 yards. That's more than respectable. Like at least stat wise, I know
that's good.
they're 1-5, but he has not played 1-5 like he did last. Also, last year their offense only averaged 12 points a game through the first 6 weeks. Right now they're not doing that. So their offense is actually doing something, but their defense has just given up. Like their defense is allowing 459 yards a game.
Oh. Packers are only averaging 216 yards a game, I believe. 216 passing yards, 281 total yards.
Yeah. Yep. No, 292, Ryan.
What their offense? It says right here for me
292. I see 292.
Okay, whatever. 10 extra yards then.
Hey, that's a first down.
It's true. It is.
That's a touchdown. Technically, the Giants would have lost. Or the Giants would have won with those 10 extra yards.
Technically. I don't know. This is just what covers says.
Yeah, I know. Well, they're wrong.
Oh. You're wrong. Who you taking?
Fuck me.
He's taking the Broncos. He just hyped up Russell Wilson.
It sounds like he did.
Give me the Broncos.
Oh. The
It's a pick'em's
Broncos.
game. I really don't know with any of these teams.
I'm going to go with the Packers.
Jordan Love has thrown 6 picks.
I know. I'm going with the Packers mainly because Steve Smith fucking sized down Jerry Jeudy in that interview, and then he went out and had 3 catches for 14 yards or whatever. Jerry Jeudy acting incredibly immature. I mean, it just was, and like that's just one thing in a vacuum, whatever.
I thought about picking Green Bay because of that though too, right? I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and that's just one thing in a vacuum, but like it showed his immaturity as well, like when he was dancing around him, all that stuff. And
he literally said, "Team, don't trade for Jared Jeudy." He's like, "No, don't trade for him."
Yeah, like, and
you can't get more insulting than that. You can't shit on someone's character more than that.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Called him a tier 3 receiver.
Called him tier 3.
I'll take the Packers just because they have the better record right now by 1 game. And, mind you, also, the Packers have covered 3 games out of the 5 they've played. The Broncos, do you know how many times they've covered?
Once.
0 times through 6 games have they covered. So, and we're picking to cover. And I know that means taking the Packers to win here by 2 on the road. They're not going that far. But the Broncos have not covered all year. And even though Russ is doing good, I only trust Russ, I think, in Seattle. He's definitely playing better this year. But I think whatever system they had going in Seattle, I don't know. I don't think you can, especially with all the stuff that's come out over the years about Russ. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, actually, fuck it. Give me Green Bay.
Oh, we talked him out of it.
Ryan. You had to keep fucking talking about random bullshit.
Oh, it's our show. I didn't know. Okay,
we had picked the fucking next skit.
All right, next game. I'll just be quiet. Chargers at Chiefs -5.5. -5.5 for the Chiefs. Chargers at Chiefs -5.5. I'll be quiet.
I just think what really sold me, the fact that you mentioned it. All the news is coming out on Russell Wilson again, and when
who cares about that? All the players already fucking knew. It's just us as the audience didn't know. How does that change anything?
I'm saying, last year when it came out, he played like shit when all the news came out about him because he tried to prove them wrong.
No, he's played like shit the entire season.
Not this season.
Not this year.
Take the Broncos.
No.
Yeah.
It's a team game. Their defense is awful.
Oh, fuck.
No, you can't go the other way now for funsies.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying fuck because Matt fucking switched.
Hey, I got up until kickoff. Until foot
You're not
meets
gonna change
ball.
to the fucking Broncos.
Until foot meets ball.
Until foot meets ball. Here we go. Massive game. Is this a Sunday night game? No, this is just a regular afternoon game. We're going to start with Jake on this one. Big fan of this team right here. The L.A. Justin Herbert Chargers at the Chiefs. -5.5 points for the Taylor Swifts. Jake, how do you feel about Justin Herbert and his broken finger?
Hey, I've been saying it forever. Justin Herbert's extremely overrated. He had multiple chances to win last night. Overthrew receivers.
Yeah.
Threw picks in the fourth quarter.
Pick.
Pick. Sorry, I have a stat in mind. Got sacked big time by Micah Parsons.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I know you guys are going to pick the Chargers.
Shut up.
But, what?
No, I'm just saying, go on.
No, you said shut up.
Yeah, keep going.
Justin Herbert is tied for the most fourth quarter interceptions with Matt Ryan.
Since
at
he's into the league?
16.
Since when?
Yeah, I think just since his career.
Yeah, so since he's entered the league.
16
Oof.
fourth quarter interceptions. And like a bunch of those are one possession games.
Yeah.
He's not clutch.
Yeah.
Did Brandon Staley throw the pick?
Yes.
How?
Again, we're not on that segment yet.
We're on the Chargers.
Now I'm a little confused.
It's a different segment. Whose fault is it? Not there.
Oh,
Look.
Yeah. Oh, I can't
argue-
We'll get to that segment. I'm not sure when it's coming up.
I can't argue him throwing 16 picks. Can't argue that one. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, you can. It's Brandon Staley's fault.
Well, it is his fault. He should not be the coach of the Chargers. I do believe that. Look, I'm assuming you're gonna go with the Chiefs. I didn't hear you say it, but I'm assuming so. Yeah. Obviously, I'm gonna tell you, Chiefs are home.
Jesus Christ! Justin Herbert, Simpson have picked him to cover one time this year. I'm pretty sure.
Twice.
Jesus.
Hey, that being said, I'm a Justin Herbert simp. I'm okay with saying that. However, Patty Mahomes is, unfortunately a better QB than Justin Herbert. So
Yeah, but the Chiefs never cover.
they covered last week, and 5.5. That's manageable.
And Justin Herbert's bum finger was on his left hand.
True.
I didn't know he had a bump here.
He did. He has a broken left middle finger.
He does?
And contrary to Jake's popular belief in his own head, I am taking the Chargers, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sticking with the best quarterback in the league, Justin Herbert.
Let's go.
Woo!
That's respectable. Sticking
That
to what
is.
you say.
Sticking to it.
Not being hypocrite.
I am sticking to it. Give me the Chargers. I like them here. Hey, they don't got to win. They just got to cover 5.5.
I cover. Yep.
We got 2 games left here. A massive primetime game here. The Tua Tagovailoas, Tyreek Hills, Jalen Waddles, and Raheem Mosterts. The Miami Dolphins are going to the Philadelphia Bulldogs. -2 for the Philadelphia Bulldogs. Jake, how you feel about them? How you feel about them Bulldogs?
Whew. That's a game right there. Holy fuck.
Game.
-2.
I'm so glad this is Sunday Night Football. Finally, the
yeah.
fan base is rewarded with a great Sunday Night Football matchup.
Shit. At
-2.
-2.
Granted,
Honestly,
remember,
dude.
hey, real quick, I think it's funny because Raheem Mostert is now the starting running back after he's the one who usually goes on IR. But because Devon A-Chain went on IR, now he's back as the starting running back. I just think that's funny to note.
Oh man, it's Julio's no way. Well, I guess he could play, right?
I mean, he's not gonna do anything significant.
Maybe like a snap,
Yeah.
a few snaps,
Yeah.
just some simple routes or whatever.
like
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah, that is
5
breaking
routes.
news for our viewers. Julio Jones
Yeah.
has signed with the Eagles as of like 2 hours ago.
I kind of want to take the Dolphins here as the underdogs.
Damn it!
Ooh.
The Eagles are a great team. They just have some.
They
They just don't feel like fast enough for the NFL. You know, like they just don't feel like I'm not saying like that because the Dolphins are obviously the fastest team in the NFL. But it's like, I just feel like they play so slow.
The best like analogy I've heard for like the Philadelphia Eagles is it's like an anaconda that wraps around you and it just slowly chokes the life out of you.
Yep.
They're bigger. The Eagles are bigger. They're a more complete football team.
Speed kills though.
But you put that ball in Tyreek's hands and he's just fucking and Sonic and he's gone. And then it's like, okay, let's double cover him. Yeah. Psych, you forgot about Mostert. You forgot about Waddle.
Yeah. Waddle.
Yeah, I just like the Dolphins here. Yeah.
Before Matt goes, because I don't want to be talked out of it, I'm taking the Dolphins as well.
It sounded like Matt wanted to pick the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm going to Dolphins.
Oh, damn.
So I know it doesn't matter because he's on RR. Devon A-Chain, right? Or how did he want the name pronounced? Not A-Chain. Achin?
A-Chan.
I don't know.
A-Chan, that's it. Yeah, A-Chan. Okay, get this. Do you guys want to know what he's averaging per carry?
I'm going to guess it's like fucking 15 yards.
12 yards per carry.
Oh.
And it's not like, he only has like 10 touches. He has 38 touches for 460 yards.
Oh my god. That's literally like half of what backs get in the league over a season.
The NFL record for a season is 5.5 or 5.6. Just again, putting that in perspective. Again, doesn't matter because he's out, so like, okay, whatever.
Is there any worry of like, hey, what was it, like week 3 or 4 where the Dolphins went to the Bills and it's like, hey, this is a heavyweight battle, division rivals, you know, and I think we all took the Dolphins in that one and they got smoked against the heavyweight team. Is there any, you know?
I would say no because it's a different type of heavyweight matchup.
Okay. Do you think so? Okay. So Philadelphia plays this kind of slower, methodical, long drive, 8-9 minute drive, 10-minute drive football. Do you think the Dolphins, they are faster at like scoring? Do you think they'll, I guess?
Well, let's not get mistaken. Okay, The Eagles have big playability, but this year they haven't capitalized on much as much as they have last year. I think that's important to know. They have big play receivers, big play capabilities. They just haven't hit the home run ball as much as we're used to seeing because of what happened last year. This year, Jalen Hurts has regressed. I don't think he's significant, but he already has 7 picks through 6 games. That's significant. Yeah, his receivers are dropping balls, but he's also missing throws that he wasn't missing last year.
Does it matter, though, if you have the best play in the whole football game? You got the tush-push?
Only matters if you can get to 3rd or 4th and 1.
Do you think the Dolphins, because that's going to probably happen at least once or twice this game. Do you think the Dolphins have an answer?
No, but doesn't necessarily matter.
I mean, it could.
Yeah, I said necessarily. It's circumstances. If the Dolphins are up 20, who cares that they get a 1-yard push?
Okay. Hey, I'm just asking. I'm the host here, just asking the questions.
I know you are. Yeah, I know. And again, Tyreek Hill's on pace for 2,500 receiving yards. I want to see that happen.
Me too. That'd be great for my fantasy team. Last game, Monday Night Football, the San Francisco 49ers. Brock Purdy just took his first regular season loss, and the 49ers looked vulnerable? What? Is that even possible? I thought they were Thanos. The San Francisco 49ers are traveling up to Minnesota, eh? Oh. Matt, how you feel about the Vikings, mate, being +7 at home against the San Francisco 49ers, eh?
Yeah, give me the 49ers. McCaffrey's expected to play. Debo's expected to play.
Are they both really expected? I thought that McCaffrey was at least out for a little bit.
No.
I thought Debo was. Damn. I thought Debo was doubtful.
I'm looking again. I'll check again. Debo.
Hey, we're just asking the questions. Question everything.
No, he's only day to day. He's gonna play. It looks like he'll play day to day.
Ooh, the money on this is 50-50.
Yeah, and again, Vikings offense struggled against the worst defense in the league last week against the Bears, and they put up 19 points. But really, the offense only put up 13 points or 12 points because of a fumble recovery for a touchdown. So, like, if you don't include the fumble recovery touchdown, Vikings lose against the Bears, against the worst defense in the league, passing defense in the league. Without Justin Jefferson, they're not the same team. And again, the Vikings defense is not the Browns defense. I see no. I think people are going to be too much in the head. Well, they just lost. Going back to one
Justin
game.
Jefferson, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah. I just think that's an outlier. About losing to the Browns is an outlier more than anything else. So I see no reason to continue the hot streak of going to the 49ers.
Yeah, if C-Mac and Debo are both playing, give me the 49ers. Otherwise, I would take the Vikings here.
Yeah, but again, if that's the case, they wouldn't be 7 points, realistically.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh. 2 weeks in a row.
You know what? I think I'm going to go with Kirko on this. Yeah.
2 weeks in a row. I like it.
I think I'll go with Kirko mainly for funsies. I cannot give you a single argument as to why. Other than for funsies. I'll go with Kurt Cobain and the Minnesota Vikings, At +7 on Monday Night Football, home game for them. Primetime Kirk, that's what I'm betting on. That's historically a good choice. All right, gents, I'll run through it real fast here. Thursday Night Football, Jags at Saints. We all like the Saints. Commanders at Giants. Jake is taking the Giants. Browns at Colts. Jake is taking the Colts. Raiders at Bears. We all like Las Vegas. Bills at Patriots. Jake's putting a lot of faith in old Billy Buttcheeks. Falcons at Bucks. We all like the Bucks. Lions at Ravens. I'm taking the Dirty Bird, Baltimore Ravens. We all like the Rams hosting the Steelers. We all like the Hawks hosting the Cardinals. We all like the Packers at the Broncos. I'm sticking to my guns and going with Justin Broken Finger Herbert. Dolphins at Eagles. We all like the Fins Up crew. And I'm sticking with Primetime Kirk. And oh, wait. What is that, ladies and gentlemen? We have a new segment on this show.
I was waiting for it.
I hope you all brushed up on your NFL knowledge here. I meant to make a slideshow for this, so I'm just going to read it off this time. But next time, I will actually make a slideshow so I can actually put it on the screen. But, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new segment on the Cox and Stocks podcast, NFL Trivia. Woo!
Yay, I knew that would be the case.
Yes. It does not count against your win or loss record. It is strictly just for fun. It's going to be 3 questions, and you guys let me know your answer, and I will let you know if you're correct or wrong. The first question here. Who were the first who were the first NFL teams that still exist to this day?
What the fuck?
Wait,
I don't remember we got questions over this season.
Who were two of the original NFL teams?
Chiefs and Packers.
2 of the original NFL teams that still exist to this day.
Chiefs and Packers or Chiefs and Bears? Or sorry, Packers or Bears?
This is how it's worded. Who were the first NFL teams that still exist established? So
I mean, Houston. You could say the Houston Oilers.
I don't know where they're pulling it from, but the question is, this is how I'm interpreting it. Who are the 2 remaining NFL teams
Giants and Colts
that are still established?
Like in the same city?
No, like since the very beginning of the NFL. Very, very beginning of the NFL. Like
the Rams?
Since football. Since like AFL and NFL
I just named pre-merger team.
Okay, give me two. There's two. I'm looking for two.
I mean, I said 4.
Packers
so-
and Bears.
Jake says Packers and Bears. Matt, give me your lock-in.
Well, I said Cheese and Packers.
Lock in your answer.
Yeah, that's my lock-in.
Chiefs and what?
Chiefs and Packers.
The answer is the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Question number 2. What is the newest NFL franchise?
Oh, I know this one. I think I know at least. It should be Houston. Houston.
Yeah.
In
I don't know.
2001, I think. They became created. 2001. That's my lock.
Matt's locked in Houston. Jake?
I know.
Houston.
I have a second guess. It's
Houston.
not them.
And the answer is the Houston Texans.
Yes, sir. I got that right.
Last question here. Who was the first player to throw for 4,000 yards?
Oh, damn. Can you at least give us a year?
I can't. There's no year here.
Oh, okay. I wish you would have looked
But,
that one up.
I mean,
Help us
looking at the name, it's a Super Bowl era.
Fran Tarkenton.
Who the fuck is that?
I have no idea.
Vikings legend quarterback. Like, essentially, he was a Patty Mahomes of the 80s or 70s.
Joe Montana.
I thought about that one, too.
The answer is Joe Namath.
Oh,
Shit.
And ladies and gentlemen, he's and she's and everything in between, that concludes this episode of Cocks and Stocks. We did it, men.
That's fun. Okay, that's fun.
Woo! Congrats.
Oh, you fucking dap.